Attacks on U.S. journalists soared during Black Lives Matter protests. At least 50 journalists in the U.S. have been arrested during Black Lives Matter demonstrations across the U.S., while dozens of others have also been injured by rubber bullets, pepper spray, and tear gas. So, why does this seem to be happening more than ever? I would have to say it's the environment, the whole fake news environment. There's a lot of hostility towards reputable news organizations. I think if you tend to be on the conservative side, you have a level of mistrust for what they call the mainstream media. I don't completely trust the mainstream media either. I believe it's an organization, or I guess the structure of it anyway, is one that there's too much power to certain groups that can control the message. And at the same time, there's consequences for telling false information. You know, it's not like one of these random websites. They can just put false information out there, nobody cares, nobody checks, there's no consequences. At least with these large corporations, if they put too much false information out there and people notice it, then they can it'll start hurting them in the pockets, the revenue area. People will distrust them. Once you lose trust by your audience as being a false news pusher, then you've lost your audience, you've lost your base, you've lost your revenue stream. So that's one thing I can say about the mainstream media. I think most of them have to have some sort of reputable source when they put it out there that can be cross-fact and checked. So I still get a lot of my information and my news from the mainstream media, but the actual aggression towards journalists and people who bring you the news during demonstrations, during protests, I think it's just that. It's the attitude of the news media being the enemy instead of the third party who brings us the news, the actual everything that's going on right there. And a lot of times it'll be live. A lot of times it'll be current information. It'll be fresh off the, as soon as it's happening. So what I would say is, no, I think more so than anything, what you have is just a cultural environment right now where people don't have much empathy for people who bring us the news. They see you out there getting arrested, see you out there getting shot with rubber bullets and pepper spray, and they find it hilarious. I'm not one of those people. We do need the news. We do have a lot of independent sources now that we don't need them. Everybody's got a cell phone. Seems like I kind of trust that more than the regular news also. Guy pulls out a cell phone. He's got no bias in there. He's just reporting what he sees. And so far as these journalists go, I think when you see a different administration in power, someone that's not conservative, you'll probably see the media come back into favor. Because right now, it seems like, hey, if you're in a place that's ran by conservatives and you're dealing with the police, or not even conservatives, really, I can't even say that anybody. Police, it could be really liberal places. When if police officers don't want you capturing everything that they're doing, then they'll tend to make sure that you're out of there, basically. Okay, well, we don't need you putting a microphone and a microscope on us while we're doing our jobs, especially if we gotta bust some heads up. I think that's another part of it.